We picked up 4 pieces of furniture, about 30 miles. Well, hey warriors. Hey warriors, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on this set right here. It's a chest and a nightstand. Cindy and I took a drive the other evening, about 30 miles out into farmland country, and picked up 4 pieces. These are 2 of them that we're going to be working on today, and you'll get to see the other 2 later. And we have some ideas of what we want to do. But the first thing we want to do is we want to try, after we get it cleaned up, we want to try sanding. This is a thin laminate that's on here. So we're going to try doing a little bit of sanding on the drawers and on the top and see if we have a chance of using maybe the actual natural laminate wood to do something with. So we're going to have to kind of decide as we go. But we got some ideas what we want to do. Also, I just want to quickly mention, some of you have inquired as to whether or not we had some place you could purchase our furniture. So we have opened our Etsy store, and we'll put a link down in the description if you want to see our furniture and where you can get it, and the cost and shipping and all that kind of stuff on it. Anyway, so we're going to get started on this. Welcome to our channel. I'm Jim, and this is my wife Cindy. We find old, outdated, used, and sometimes abused furniture like this and turn it into this. Join us on our journey of furniture makeovers. Hey warriors, I just wanted to break in real quick here while we're getting this furniture ready and getting ready to clean it, and just let you know we're just shy of 2,000 subscribers. I'm sure we'll go over that soon, but we're very grateful to all of you who have subscribed. We certainly appreciate it, and we're humbled that there's that many of you that enjoy watching what we do, and we hope we keep providing what you'd like to see. And if there is anything that we're not showing you that you'd like to see, just leave us a comment and we'll see if we can take care of that for you. One of the biggest things you can do if you'd like to support our channel is to hit that like button down below the video. The more likes we get on a video, the more YouTube likes to share it around and spread it around and show it to new people. And then of course we invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell and click on all so you get notified whenever we leave a video. And the other ways you can support us is through buy a coffee. You can buy us a coffee and our Amazon wish list, and we have all those links down in the description for you.
I'm going to show you the water before we start. It's nice and clean. It's got that blue look from the Dawn dish soap.
So the other thing we have to fix is the second drawer is very tight fitting and it's rubbing the upper part of this bar. This bar is tight. So I don't know if that's just expansion from humidity and age, but we're gonna sand down this bar a little bit so we can get that drawer to fit better. So it's not rubbing.
And mostly on this side because that's where it's sticking.
So put on my mask, see if we can thin that drawer out, that bar out a little bit. Okay, so here's the story. We put a little bit of stripper on here. Stripper took the finish off really easy. And then we thought, well, how about sanding? I took a 120 sandpaper and it's pulling this finish off very easily. I only have to go over it lightly. So we're not gonna strip, we're just gonna sand. And then once we saw the grain, we took a little bit of mineral spirits to see what it would look like. And look how this grain looks. So, after seeing this, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So, after seeing that, we're now going back into design mode, as Cindy says, and we're going to decide what we want to do with this, because we hate to whitewash this. We were thinking about whitewashing, and now we're not so sure we want to do that with this gorgeous grain and color that we're going to have. So, we'll see where we go from here. Okay, so we thought we could just sand this down, but we've still got stain that's in the grain. We don't want to be sanding down that far. We're afraid we're going to go through the laminate. So we're going to give it a try and put some stripper on here and let that sit for a little bit and hit it with steel wool to clean it and see if we can get some of this stain out of the grain so we don't have to sand any further. See if that'll clean it up for us. So it's always kind of testing to see what happens. And we don't have to be, I don't think, super liberal with it. Because we're not pulling that much out. But we don't want it to dry either, so. Do you have the saran wrap?
Mm-hmm. The clear plastic wrap?
Yes.
Because I buy generic.
Yeah, let's put one side on here, up to there. Before this all dries. It's drying really fast. It's nice and hot today. Okay, Cindy has already cleaned off all the hardware, so we're going to go ahead and spray it and get it ready. We're using our Krylon metallic gold leaf.
Okay, hope you guys know what this means. This means it's getting time to paint. But before we do that, we have to do the prep. So, bought a new spray bottle. So, what I have in here is the prep. And I'm going to spray it on. I'm going to let it sit for 4 minutes.
Okay, so we're using our Bondo. We're going to fill some spots. Ooh-wee. Stinketh good.
Good stinketh.
Man. Well, that's nice. My little thing is gone. The hardener's not in there. Okay, so we found the hardener. I don't know why it wasn't in the top. But it wasn't.
That's dangerous being on that time. Let me put some paper down. Okay, guys, this is what we have going on.
Should have known.
We started painting. Well, let me take this out of here because I can get you closer so you can see what we're looking at. This is a white paint. You see that? That's bleed through. That's from the old finish.
That's, well, that or tannins in the wood.
Tannins in the wood, one of the two. So,
You can really see it on this half of this one. I don't know if your camera's picking it up as much as we can see it, but it's there.
so we're gonna stop what we're doing and prime.
We've never had bleed through with our resin paint before. That's why we didn't just go ahead and prime. However, now that we've had bleed through, we're going to go ahead and pull out our bin sealer and we're going to coat everything with bin, and then we'll come back to painting.
Some of us wear the paint.
Some of us do.
That's right.
Okay, so we finished up with the primer. I put some paint on this one. This was the worst one we had, so I threw some paint on this one. Just to make sure we weren't getting any more bleed through, because this one was the worst one we had with bleed through. And it seems like we're good. So we're gonna go ahead and continue on. Basically start painting over again. So we're gonna do a little quick sand just to smooth it out as we go, and then we'll get our paint on. So here's some of the things we deal with when we're making over furniture. We pulled out the stain and we stained the top of this, and we really like the way the wood looks with the stain. However, the edges of this should really be stained. The reason they're not is because the edges of this is like almost kind of like a fiberboard. It's not something that's stainable. So we painted the edges. Now that we're done with it and we look at it, I think you guys can see that just because there's a little bit of age and wear on this, that the line is not even. It's because of little nicks and stuff they have in there. You see what it did on this side? It's just not even, and we don't like the way it looks. So what we're gonna do, excuse the lawnmowers, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and prime this, and we're gonna paint the top of our nightstand, and we're gonna paint the top of our dresser white. And then we're just gonna leave the drawers wood, because we just don't like the way the front of that looks with just the very top stained and the edge being white. So we're gonna go ahead and put primer on that and paint it. Probably not gonna show it on camera. But just so you know what happened, because you saw it with stain, and now you're gonna see it without stain. So we'll continue on after we get that done. Okay, so we're doing a little stencil action. And what we're doing is our stencil, we're gonna make the stencil 4 inches wide, even though the stencil's bigger than that. So we're gonna quick measure out, like 2 1/4, so that we can center where the stencil's supposed to go. 1/4. Just make sure we're 4 inches. Yes, we are. So we take our tape, and we do have tape around here somewhere because I just used it. There it is. We're going to lay down our tape across our marks like this. Uh-oh. Heard that one coming. Time for some new tape. Like so. And that's where our stencil is going to be. And we're not going all the way from front to back. We're only going back about that far. When you open the drawer, generally not going to open it past here anyway. So then we take our stencil. We're going to line it up kind of with the edge over here. We're going to put the top of the stencil right there. Looks pretty pretty straight. And we're gonna do that tape here just to help hold this down. There we go. And now Sydney's gonna stencil.
Okay, so normally when you stencil, you would use one of these flat brushes. That's gonna take 1,000 years.
I'm sorry you didn't get the flat brush in there, baby.
You'd use
There
one
you go.
of these flat stencil pouncy brushes, but we've got this old paintbrush that's flat on the bottom. So we're just using a bigger brush so we don't take, 10,000 years to do this.
Let me get this so you can see.
So we're gonna dip it in the gold. And we're doing Dixie Belle Moonshine. It's called Gold Digger. And I'm gonna offload some of this because, and then just start pouncing on your stencil. And then you have gold flowers on the side.
Pretty. Let me take these out too. Time to do some staining. So we have some stains in the bottom of some of the drawers. In fact, I could show you this one is really bad here. This one. If I can get over there you go. So we are going to use get this camera where we need it here. We're going to use our Dixie Belle Boss to block those stains in. And then we're going to paint the bottom of the drawers white so that we can have them look nice and presentable with the rest of the furniture. Boss is very easy to use. We're using clear, just so you know. So it kind of goes on a little bit whitish, but then when it dries clear, and then we can paint right over it. Okay, we're using the Dixie Belle satin clear coat. I know you guys have probably never seen a sponge juice like this before. I like to just get it all on there right away and then come back and smooth it out. And we're almost there. Just time to get some hardware on, and then we can get this all put back together. And show you what we've got. Okay, so we're just about there. So while I'm getting this last piece of hardware on, why don't we take a quick look at what we started with, and then we'll show you how we're looking now that we've done our makeover. Well, there you go, Warriors. Another piece done. We think it turned out well. We'd certainly like to hear what you think in the comments. And if there's one thing I hope you saw in this video, sometimes when you're going along in a furniture makeover, things don't turn out exactly the way you want. They don't turn out the way you want them to look. So you just change your plan and continue on. And as you can see, we did that a number of times with this piece. But in the end, they always turn out well. It's just paint and stain, and you can always go over it. So thanks for watching. And as always, have a flippin' awesome day.